Hey, what's up? Chad here. I am chilling at an Airbnb. I'm actually working on the video that you are watching right now, and I realize kind of needs an introduction. So long story short, I was recently in Panglao, Bohol, and I was out cruising around, and I remember passing by this place called Narcos Cantina, and it just had a really interesting look to it. The sign is Pablo Escobar. The place is like lit up nicely decorated. And I'm like, I gotta check this place out. What is this all about? I go in there and it's a taco bar with the theme of Narcos from the Netflix series. And I'm like, this place is great. I sit at the bar, order some tacos, and I get chatting with this gentleman named Andreas who owns the place. He's originally from Colombia, South America. And he's telling me his story on how he ended up in the Philippines. He met a Filipina, they have a kid together, and the whole story of like how he ended up in Panglao, Bohol and opened up this place called Narcos. And I'm gonna let him tell you the rest of the story, but let me just tell you the food was amazing, the atmosphere is amazing, and they are great. So if you ever end up in Panglao, Bohol, definitely check this place out. Anyways, he's gonna tell you the story. Here we go. What's your name? Where are you from? Tell me a little bit your background and what brought you here to the Philippines.
My name is Andreas. I'm from Colombia, from Medellin, same city as Pablo Escobar. I've been in the Philippines almost 10 years, but I used to live in Manila. Very busy city. I used to have a company in Manila. But then before the lockdown, one day before the pandemic, when we have to close the office because we have to, lock down the office because they close everything. My daughter is living here. I have a Filipino daughter, and she lives here in Bohol. So I decided to move here for good because before I travel every weekend to visit her. Here she is.
Hello.
Say hello, Sophia.
Perfect timing. How you doing? What's the story there as far as you met someone here?
Yeah, first I grew up in US and I went back to Colombia, and then I had a business opportunity in Hong Kong. Some British people that live in Manila, they brought me to visit in Hong Kong, and after we finished business, we went to Manila for a couple of weeks, and then I've extended like 2 more months because I met a Filipina, but I also went to Coron, Boracay, El Nido. I also went Thailand, everywhere. And I went back and forward, and I met a Filipina, and it wasn't so serious yet. But then I went back to Colombia, and I felt that I wanted to see more of Asia, so I just decided to come back. Why not? So I decided to come back. My work was online back then, and then I got closer with the Filipina. I ended up staying 2.5 years, and after like 2.5 years, she got pregnant with my beautiful daughter, and then here we go. I decided to stay here.
How did you find, like, coming from another country, US, Colombia, and coming here? Did you feel it was an easy transition? Was it welcoming? Did all the things kind of line up for you?
For me, it was very easy, very good. I mean, I was feel very comfortable in Philippines. First, because most of the people speak English, so that's a very big plus. And also the culture, they also have a lot of the influence, the Spanish culture. And people are very welcoming. Like, I was in Thailand like for 6 months. And in Thailand, you kind of the limitation is sometimes people don't speak English. So here I find it very easy also to travel everywhere, like you just get in a plane and you're here near Singapore already. Everywhere is very cheap to travel, and the islands are the most beautiful islands I've seen in the world. The water is amazing, the beach, anywhere you go is incredible. So yeah, I just liked it.
Since I've been here, I've met quite a few expats from different countries. Would you say that Panglao is just a top spot for foreigners to come and settle and kind of get a life set up?
Yeah, I think so. And the great thing is like most of the business are foreigners owned. So you can find all the good food from everywhere in the world because you have a lot of Italians living here who have Italian restaurants, people from US, you have people from everywhere that they own most of the restaurants. So that makes it great to find all kinds of food from all around the world, like a lot of Korean food, a lot of Chinese food, a lot of American food. Now we have like American food, tacos also. So yeah, it's very convenient because the people in Panglao, they're like a community. Especially after the pandemic, we all became very close. We are like a community. I know everybody in the island and they all know me, and sometimes I party with them. We became very close since after the pandemic.
Do you notice, is there a good mix between foreigners and locals and Filipinos as far as being friends, or is it mostly expats hang out together and then, or no?
There's everything, but I have a lot of Filipinos friends too. And I play football. I like playing football, so I play with a lot of Filipinos and foreigners and people from all over the world.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. I really like it here, and it's so chill. You just get your scooter and you go everywhere. No traffic lights. Sometimes not even helmet, and you don't worry about anything. So simple. No pollution. You get stressed, you go to the beach, and you have the most beautiful beach, and
it's good life here, man.
Yeah,
I can see why a lot of people would want to come here.
Yeah, I like it. I really enjoy it here.
All right, so I'm sitting here at your new restaurant. You opened it up just a few months ago.
Yeah,
I just had the tacos. They were incredible. And I'm not just saying that. They were really good. I love Mexican food, love tacos.
I'm trying.
Everything, the from scratch tortillas and the salsa and the flavors and spices.
Homemade. Everything is homemade.
It's really good. So what's the inspiration here? What's going on with this place?
Well, the name. I don't know. Some people may think it's a little rough, but it's Narcos Cantina from the Netflix series. I'm Colombian, so since 2016, Pablo Escobar is well known in the world since the 90s, right? But 2016, Netflix made a new series, and since then I'm start being a stereotype again. I go to any bar anywhere in the Asia when I travel, and I meet any foreigner. Where you from? Colombia? Ooh, Narcos. Ooh, Pablo Escobar. Ooh, cocaine. So okay. Then I travel any airport in the world, and they empty my bags. Where you from? Colombia. They open my legs, check me for drugs. So it's always in the back of my head. And until one day, I just clicked to me, why not make money out of it? Just make an inspired in the Narcos series and sell Latin American food, right?
Yeah, it's so good.
Narcos Mexico, Mexican tacos. Narcos Colombia, Latin American food, Colombian food, but also like palomilla steak or ropa vieja or Cuban sandwich, Peruvian ceviche. Slowly, I'm going to introduce all this. And I'm going to expand it also. I'm going to make it bigger, more seating. We usually open very late, so I can feel that the vibe is going to be like a nightclub, like a Spanish nightclub, because I get busy after like midnight sometimes. So I can feel that people like it, like the Latin American style music, and stuff like to party. So I'm going to expand it a little more, put more tables on the side, more decoration, nothing violent, just regarding like the funny things from the story of Narcos, like the money hidden in the ground or in the walls, things like this, but nothing violent. Even with the menu, I'm perfecting the tacos first, because if I open a big menu with all the dishes, it's not the traditional food here, so everything will be a mess in the kitchen,
Yeah.
So I'm perfecting the tacos, and slowly add more dishes.
I think you got a good thing going here for sure.
Thank you.
And an awesome story. I appreciate that. And it relates to a lot of the interests of my viewers. They want to come to the Philippines. They maybe want to live here. They want to meet someone here. So you did it right. It sounds like you got a good setup.
Yeah,
so.
I like it. I mean, it's new and it's working, and I'm going for it. Yeah.
This is a big thing for me. I think about it all the time. The mentality in the West, the mentality in the U.S. specifically, money, money, money. You want to consume. You want like the nicest couch and the nicest TV and the biggest house and the nicest car. Next thing you know, your monthly payments are huge. All you do is work, and you feel like you're missing out. So talk a little bit about that and how that played into this whole thing for you.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I think. I mean, I grew up in U.S. I went to high school, university. I graduated from U.S. And then, even though I had a good computer job, I still had a second job, because you get sucked into the system that wants you to produce, to make money and more money, and you have no time for yourself. You have a very beautiful car that you see from the office in the parking, because you just work and then work some more. And then in the day that you have off, you think that you have to, I'm being useless, I'm not working today, I'm not making money, so you cannot even relax on your days off. And I don't like that kind of mentality. That's why slowly I had a hard experience. I have a very hard car accident that woke me up and told me, like, you have to also enjoy life. Like, I was in a coma for a month and a half, and that woke me up and told me, enjoy life also. And I think it's a big change to the US from the Philippines. The Philippines is a very relaxed life, no stress, simple, and simple sometimes is better, I think.
100%, man. That's something that I've learned in the last 7 months. How important it is to focus on being in the moment, family, important things, right? Like
for sure.
Your experience in life and the time you have with important
and yourself.
People.
It's one life, only one life we have.
Yeah, absolutely.
We only have one life, and then we're gonna work the whole time to live when we're old. But when we're old, we don't know how sick we are, or we make it that far.
That's right, exactly.
So we might as well enjoy the ride while you're on it.
That's right, and that can be different for everyone. It doesn't mean the Philippines is the right thing for everyone, but
of course.
What's important is like follow what is in your heart, right? Like do what's important to you, and don't just think about it. Like take steps to make it happen.
Yeah, for me, I was very accommodated. I mean, as I explained to you earlier, like I was making a lot of money, and it's hard to wait for comfort. When you're very comfortable, you have a good job, you're making a lot of money, and even if you're not happy, it's very hard to walk away from it, right? But at some point, you realize that there is more to life than just making money.
That's That's right, man.
Yeah.
So true. Thanks for sharing that.
Sure, man, no problem.
I agree with you 100%. Yeah, it's important stuff, and I'm glad we could get this in the video because I think a lot of people can relate to that right
Yeah, for
there.
sure.
I think a lot of the viewers here, they're feeling this, man, and they want to get away. They want to come to the Philippines and live an alternative lifestyle.
Even if you don't live here, you will love it here.
Yeah, exactly.
Even on vacation, it's a great place.
Well, I think you're going to do great. I wish you the best with this place.
Thank you, man.
I'll be
Thank
coming
you. I
back
really
here again,
appreciate
so I'll see you down the road when I visit the Philippines again. I'll see you all
Thank you very much.
all these
I'm
expansions.
glad you
that
like
have
the tacos.
planned.
That's good.
Yeah, appreciate your time, man.
Thank you.
Thank you so
very
much.
I appreciate it.
All right.